Welcome and thank you for being here. How is everyone? Thank you for being here. Bismillah, welcome to a new day. Everyone, welcome. Come on in. Welcome to a new day. All right, this is going to be a message for the collective. Collective, my messages are timeless, so when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. If you're new to my platform, welcome. Please hit that subscription button. It would totally mean the world to me. So first we're going to go into Surah Al-Fatiha. Please and thank you. Please and thank you are the magic words. And our Surah Al-Fatiha starts off with Pamela Adams. Welcome to a new day. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Starts off with, in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. All praises for Allah, Lord of all worlds, the most compassionate, most merciful, Master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship and you alone we ask for help. Guide us along the straight path, path of those you have blessed, not those you are displeased with or those who are astray. Why I want to sing I'm coming out, I want the world to know, got to let it show, whatever that song is. Well, I want to sing that. Anyway, whoever dwells in the shelter, Psalms 91, whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rapport. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. If you say the Lord is my refuge, and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against the stone. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. Because he loves me, says the Lord, I will rescue him. I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name. He will call on me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him with long life. I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you. Xavier, hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Grand Rising, Wealthiest Rising, welcome to a new day. All right, so let me figure out something, where we going at over here. My computer, I'm moving through, so nothing's happening, just waiting for it to update so I can find your title. Anyway, everyone, come on in, say hello, please, and thank you. I appreciate y'all for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. I don't know if y'all feel whatever's happening right now, but last night I kept saying something is going on. It says small steps still move you forward. Seeds grow underground before they break through the surface, okay? So be mindful of that. And I want to say this. I've noticed in my garden, right? There's things that are growing that have fruit in them, fruit on them. Their stems are not as big as some things that I have that are humongous. Like I have a plant that is a tomato plant that is ginormous. And when I say ginormous, I mean the what is it? The stems on this thing is this thick. It ain't got no fruit on it though. And so one of the things they'll say is start to cut the leaves and the stuff that's down below so that the energy won't go to the so that all the energy is not going to the leaves and shit, right? But the thing is this. First of all, I don't know where that tomato came from. I just be throwing things in there. So it just started to grow on its own. Secondly, the way that it's growing, it then branched off this way, And I don't use like a fertilizer type thing. It's manure in there, so it's like, you know, natural stuff. So I don't use like a pesticide or anything like that. This bush is so big, and all I kept thinking about, this shit is big and dumb. And I don't want to say that about the plant because it's a beautiful plant and I'm just thankful that it's growing the way that it's growing. But for some reason, that's what I kept wanting to think about it. Like, how the fuck is you just this big and looking like you real fucking healthy and as fuck, but you're not producing nothing? Miraculous rising, wealthiest rising, majestic grace, I love you, thank you for being here. It is the weirdest, craziest thing, because the way that it's growing, you would think that apparently it would be a mass producer, right? And maybe, just maybe, I don't know, because I don't want to say nothing about it, maybe, just maybe, that when it does start to produce fruit, it may be the most miraculous, wonderful, ginormous fruit ever. I don't know. All I know is this thing is taking up a whole lot of fucking space, creating like the biggest bush out of the under the sun. The leaves are beautiful on this thing. Ain't got married. It just started at the top, like now having whatever it looks like is gonna grow. But mind you, I got a little bush that's right here that fruit is already producing, and mind you, I got excited when I seen it because I didn't realize it was a cherry tomato, and I've been wanting cherry tomatoes for forever and a day because I like eating cherry tomatoes. But the size of the cherry tomatoes that are going to grow on this thing are really, really good size compared to the vine. So, you know, not to say nothing, but I'm just giving y'all that take on it. Sometimes we watch other people grow and flourish and it seems like it's just big and beautiful and bountiful, but meanwhile, they ain't producing no fruit. They just out this bitch big and dumb. Do with that information what you will. And who knows, maybe they may produce, you know, something big or something or nothing. So worry about your own journey is the issue, okay? It was the plot and the play. I don't know who that is. Freedom. Hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Let me go read what you said because that's a lot and I don't want to read it from here. Big and dumb. So not that it don't matter what you're saying, just big and dumb because it don't pertain to nothing I said. And I ain't gonna delete your ass because, you know, your next step is whatever, you know, how I'm gonna carry you. So we gonna leave it, but just know that I don't give no fucks about you because I don't even know you. So play if you want, okay? They say I'm nice, Steve. Okay, so I don't know where that song came out, but they say I'm nice, bitch. Because I'm nice, but I ain't stupid, okay? So play with your mammy. Anyway, so where we was going, right here. Small steps still move you forward. Small steps still move you forward. Seeds grow underground before they break through the surface. I already know, Majestic Grace. That's why I looked at it, because that's why I said I ain't going to remove you, because I already know you looked at it. Because it was there before I seen it, but I didn't see it. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we be here. So you already know. Whatever they say next determines how long the fuck they gonna be over here. Because this ain't it. Like, I'm with you, but I ain't with you. I'm here for you, but I ain't here for you. Now listen to this, y'all. Just imagine, what would it look like if the seed that was growing was a person? All right? Period. What would it look like if the seed that was growing was a person? So scenario 1, the quiet becoming. They wake up and nothing looks different on the outside. The same room, the same responsibilities, the same unanswered questions. But something has shifted internally. They don't react the same way they used to. Things that once pulled them into chaos now pass them without them grabbing onto it. They may not call it growth, They just feel a little more tired of certain patterns, certain people, certain situations, certain circumstances. So they pause instead of reacting. They rest instead of forcing. They choose differently in small, almost invisible ways. No applause, no confirmation, just roots going deeper. This is when you start reading, when you start looking, when you start analyzing, when you start, and when reading ain't got nothing to do with books, because I already told you, fuck them people's books, right? This is like you getting in contact with the universe and the universe getting in contact with you, and it said ET phone the fuck home, because whatever this shit is ain't right, and we gonna figure it out, right? I'm gonna put some sizzle in your spirit, all right? So yesterday, y'all, I don't know what's happening, but something don't feel, I'm not gonna say that, something feels different. I said that yesterday, but then last night it was eerily something feels different. Like it's almost like the quiet before the storm, and the storm could be your big I'm coming out moment, you know, I'm growing up. It could be the big reveal, it could be whatever's happening in the universe. But if y'all ain't feel that, or you're not feeling that, I don't know what to tell you, because something is something in. I'm gonna tell y'all, I noticed a difference even this morning. I woke up, right? The other day, it was hot, and it's just hot for nothing, for no reason, right? So I went and got one of those stand-up AC air conditioners, right? This mother sucker has been pulling water out of the air and, you know, moisture and things of that nature to the tune of, it's been in buckets, right? And I've been having to dump, and thank God that I didn't put the shit on my rug, because I didn't even know that it was going to do that, right? So I left, went to the airport, came the fuck back. My whole floor in my kitchen was soaked, right? All right, so then that's what let me know to put a bucket underneath of it, and this is what I'm looking up stuff, and it's like pulling moisture out of the air, right? Long story short, this morning I woke up after last night when I was saying something ain't right, and for the past couple days since I done had it for 4 or 5 days. Every day I had to dump out a bucket of water. This morning there was nothing. This morning it just feels like, it's like this. Like whatever's happening, the frogs wasn't frogging. Like normally it's, you know, loud. Like I could hear crickets and things of that nature, but something in the air is totally different, okay? So pay attention. Anyway, long story short, it could just be that it was raining, or the storm that's actually happening. Then mind you, the storm wasn't that bad, but let me tell you how yesterday, yeah, calm before the storm. Yesterday, my picnic table with the umbrella was knocked over, right? When I woke up in the morning. So that let me know that that night it had a storm, right? But I didn't see it, I didn't hear it, there was nothing. I slept through the night, right? Very peaceful, like. So I asked somebody else, I said, did you hear a storm last night? They said no. Okay, so the table's knocked the fuck over. So let me go pick up the umbrella and the table. I go pick up the umbrella and the table, and then I kid you not even 32 minutes later, I go upstairs in my bedroom, and I'm just standing there. I'm looking like something's not right. So I look out the window. The table is in the same position as it was when I went and fixed it, as if I'd never fixed it. And I said, that ain't right, because I just literally walked out there to fix that shit. It's not that windy. So why is the table knocked back over in the same position? Mind you, it's weird because the position is this. I have a light that's out there, a little night light, look like a little street light that you walk by, right? And then there's a table that has the stuff that I'm germinating on it. The umbrella is, you know, inside the table, so it flipped the table over, and then there's a net that's on it, and so it landed in between the night light and the fucking, I got a hydroponic thing out there that the umbrella landed on. So this is the thing, same and same. She said, yeah, it's done got a little too quiet. It's done got too quiet. Yeah. And so it made me think, like, okay, so when it's like replaying, like instant replay, but it's in like little this, that, and a third. So some adjustments. That would be like, the wheel of fortune. You know how sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, but sometimes the universe is just adjusting in a way, that it's going to bring things back into the right way, what the universe wants. It's going to adjust itself as many times as possible in order to bring itself back into alignment. Okay, so when I went and picked it up the first time, it fell back over, same position. There was no wind. There is no wind. The shit is on a base. Like, my umbrella is not just inside the table. It is inside the table, and then there's a little base, that little cross shit that you slide it into to make sure it's stable. It's in that. I just thought it was strange. So as I'm going through my house and everything, even this morning, as I'm sitting here right now, it feels like this is my house and I live here, right? But whatever this is, this ain't my house. Like, it looked the same, it smelled the same, but something in here is different. Okay? Like that vibe. Alright? But it's my house, I think. Anyway, scenario 2. The delayed progress. They try something new, a job, a plan, a goal, a version of themselves that they're testing out. And at first, nothing responds. No immediate results, no validation, no clear, this is working type of information or vibe, right? It feels like speaking into the air, but what you don't realize is that beneath the surface, something is adapting, because when you speak into the air, you may not think nothing is happening, but I'm a prime candidate for knowing that when I speak into the air, everything is listening and changes are being made, even though I might not be able to see it other than a small gust of wind or just the feeling. Anyway, long story short, what you don't realize is that beneath the surface, something is adapting. Their mindset is reshaping. Their patience is stretching. Their emotional resilience is building quietly in the background. To the outside world, it looks like nothing is happening, but internally, they're becoming harder to uproot. So it's like the universe trying to tell you something, and for some people, it may be looking like, okay, whatever's happening, it's not normal, right? And you decide, I'm gonna be different. So in your I'm gonna be different, it's whatever you choose to do and you're different. So it could be, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna start making my bed every day, because when you start reading stuff that says successful people make their bed every day. That's what they say, right? Successful people get up and get dressed on a daily basis, right? Successful people do XYZ, whatever, and whatever, right? And then you start doing that. You start adding that. And at first, you may not think that the prayer is working, but prayer changes things. So it could be, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me and that you would keep me from evil so I may not cause pain. And I explain to everybody all the time that when we're manifesting and when we're praying, that also is the equivalent of work. Excuse me. That you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory. That means stuff gets bigger. That means I got to keep my eyes on more stuff also. You see what I'm saying? I got to be able to attend to more things. So depending upon what you're asking for, what you're looking for. So the new job, should I be working here? But then you putting in application after application after application and it ain't working. Like, nobody's responding. Like, I can't get a job, that might be what somebody's saying. I can't get a job to, save my life. Meanwhile, God is trying to save your life by telling you, start your own business. This is the reason why this job and that thing and all of these things are falling through, but you're not looking at that because you could be thinking that, how am I going to do that? I might not have the education that I should have in order to start a, Fortune 500 business, this, that, and the third. But people have started it with less. You just have to trust in yourself. Do you trust in God? Do you believe in God? Do you believe in you? And it's funny because it's one of those things where I said before, last week when I said, we will hustle for the kids, we will hustle for the man, we will hustle for, the parents, whatever is necessary and needed that is outside of us, we will do the extra whatever for that the majority of time. But then when it comes to ourselves, what does that even look like, putting it together? Either way, y'all got this. Just so y'all know, we got this, right? We don't need validation from nobody. We don't need it to have to, because other people look at it like the big ass, bush. Like, why is this leaves growing like this? But meanwhile, it ain't got shit on it. It's not producing nothing. Scenario 3, the pressure season. Life gets heavy. And people start breaking down. The girl, I seen a video the other day and it made me feel sad because she said, I'm fucking tired. That's what she said, right? She said she was tired. And she was crying. She said, I fucking go to work. I work 2 jobs. That's what she said. She said she worked 2 jobs. She got kids. And she said, ain't nobody helping her with them fucking kids, right? Mind you, kids got baby daddies. Like, she didn't fucking make them kids by themselves. So why the fuck is all the pressure on her? But that's what she said, right? And then she goes to social media and she wrote a note. And she said she was tired. Whatever her name is, she said she was tired. And then she said her name and she said needs rest. She said she will not be showing up for the next 3 days. And then she died. She literally spoke her death right into existence. Mind you, the fucked up part is, how many of us and how many of y'all have been in a position where you feel like it was just too much? This shit is too fucking much. And then I'm reading the comments, and the comments said, this government, this society, they're putting too much on the people. And God said, I will never put too much on you that you can't handle. And God don't lie. But this society is doing a thing. And my heart hurt for that girl because I felt every bit of what she was saying. She was tired. She goes to work. She goes to another job. She don't get to see her kids. She don't get the nothing. All she does is get to work. Watch your words. Words are more powerful than we most are aware of, period. The power of life and death is in the tongue. This is why we're going to learn something very valuable. We're going to deal with what we can deal with, and anything else we can't, give it to God. And I know a person will say, because I heard somebody say it this weekend, they said they need money to live. You don't need nothing but God. Nothing. If you can't afford it, fuck it. You don't need it. Because if people fail to realize, like, a lot of things that they think that they need, the society is conditioning them and putting it into. So you got to have a house in order. Yeah, you do, right? You got to have. But what if you get it out of your mind that it don't fucking matter? Like, it don't matter. I'm going to make do with what I got, what I'm going to make do with, and whatever I don't got, I just don't fucking got, and that's the end of the story, right? And then I had to say something because, sometimes my little friend be getting on my nerves because something popped across my screen. And I don't even know what the fuck he was talking about, but he said something about the trash man. When did the trash man get bougie? This, that, and the third. Because something about a trash can. I guess, I don't know what the fuck was happening. But it pissed me off to the tune of, and I don't know why certain things that people say be making me mad so bad, because people be thinking that they, stature and whatever it is that they fucking got. But a nigga that got famous off eating ass shouldn't be talking about nothing. And again, I ain't even got no beef with the nigga, but it just pissed me the fuck off that, like, sometimes people fail to realize sanitation workers, people can be whatever the fuck they are, but just because this lifetime is giving them shit or trash, don't make the person. Because there be a lot of mother suckers out here with a whole lot of wealthiest risings, Hawkins. Welcome. Thank you for being here, Hawkins. People fail to realize you can be up, you can be down, you can be side, you decide. But this is also a person that gives inspiration, because they said one time they felt a certain type of way to where they was getting ready to check out. So that means that man felt the desperation that somebody else felt too. But let's be mindful. Let's not talk down on no fucking body, because ain't nobody around here, ain't nobody walking this earth right now got no real way to talk. Because even if you think that what the world sees on the outside is, The facade, bitch, God know your insides. And at this point, people just doing whatever they can do to get the fuck by. And then the ones that ain't doing whatever they can do to get the fuck by, they doing way too much because they be doing nasty shit. So let's please be mindful to treat everybody with care and concern. Because if you don't, guess what? I'm going to cuss you the fuck out, or you could be next on the table of whatever God got in store for anybody. Because ain't nobody exempt around this bitch from feeling the desperation that that lady felt, or from feeling like you don't got to treat a person less than. I don't give a fuck what type of job they got. A nigga can be outside shoveling shit. Don't treat nobody like you fucking better than them. At all, period. Because I don't give a damn. Just because a person does a certain type of job or anything else, don't make them less bougie. It don't make them better. It don't make them less. It don't make them nothing. Because while a whole lot of y'all out here talking, as long as you eat ass and you is proud, bitch, shut your ass up. People just be talking for no fucking reason. And then people just be listening like to all the dumb shit. Like, shut your ass the fuck up. And like I said, I don't even know what the hell they was talking about. All I know is that when the comment was, how is a person that picks up trash being bougie? Nigga, cause this the fucking job. That don't make me fucking, my insides that. I'm doing what the fuck I gotta do because I work here. Like, that's crazy. But yet the same nigga get online with that same mouth that he just told a bitch that he eat ass with and proud, and then talk about somebody else being bougie. Shut your ass up, for real. Like, I'm so sick and tired of the people like the lady, the one that went to work at McDonald's, and then all of a sudden the whole world, they're laughing at her. The lady is trying to do what she needs to do to feed her children, but yet the society is trying to talk down to you because you doing whatever the fuck you need to do in order to make ends meet, because everybody's fucking afraid to go out and do the right fucking thing opposed to this society. Because guess what? If y'all was using them mouths on your fucking platform to talk the right shit against this fucking government and everybody else, then it would be some people, really trying to change some stuff. But ain't nobody trying to change nothing. The people who are sitting in position, this nigga got a fucking 1.2 million fucking followers, ain't said nothing. These people could be the ones that could change something. But meanwhile, what they do is get online and talk about down somebody because of the way they look, the way they have to make ends meet, or like some fucking superficial ass shit. Shut your ass up, because I'll cuss you the fuck out in real life. And I don't care who got what or how you got it. It don't make me no never mind. Bitch. And again, I ain't got no beef with them, but I got beef with that. Like, I ain't got no beef with a person, but I got beef with, the shit that's being said that don't make no fucking sense. If I fucking pick up trash for a living, bitch, if it's supposed to be in a fucking trash can, put the shit in a fucking trash can. Because y'all pissing me off with this shit anyway. Because listen, just because you live somewhere and it's fucking trashy, like, y'all pick up the fucking trash. Y'all treat Mother Earth like y'all don't give a damn about nothing. Like, this the shit. Remember I told y'all I was going to show y'all this place? This is the place. Why the fuck? Just because you live there and these people, like, why are y'all trashing where the fuck y'all live at? Why are y'all not having a burn day? Get everybody in the fuck. It's a lot of y'all around here. Get everybody the fuck together and get their asses outside and pick this shit the fuck up. Because it's one of those things where Mother Nature, you'll be blessed with more. What is it the saying? It's I'll look it up. It is be faithful with a little. If you're not faithful with a little, how you gonna get blessed with a lot? Y'all asking for shit, y'all asking for change, but this what y'all doing to where y'all live at. I don't give a damn what the government is doing. Like, one of the African dude in another place, he said, because it flooded there. And the people were saying, well, it's flooding because da-da-da-da-da. The man, the president, and then he could be as crooked as the fucking day is long. But he had a point. He said, The reason why it's flooding is because y'all are dirty and y'all are allowing the fucking vents and shit to be clogged the fuck up. So everybody always want to figure out something outside of them. Meanwhile, it's the little things that we could all do to help, Mother Nature and society in the world for ourselves as well. So it is the little thing that's growing. So we figure out the seeds grow underground before they break through the surface. We may be used to, they may be used to seeing this. This may be how they grew up. But sooner or later, somebody has to make a conscious decision to say, this ain't it. I get that we live, in this area in this way, but let's all collectively go the fuck outside and clean this shit up. Cause what the hell is happening? That's crazy. Majestic Grace says, I know I have, that's what happened right before my stroke. She said right before her stroke, I was sleeping almost the whole time. She said she wasn't at work. And that's crazy because this is the way this society is, but we have to also be mindful that we are not this system. We are not this system. And excuse me, everyone is what it's going to take in order for us to change this, right? And so you may not feel like your voice matters, but mind you, stop paying attention because everybody will say, oh, you got to vote. Fuck the vote. Fuck the vote. We're beyond the voting. Like, people have to realize that we are already beyond certain things making a change. Your government ain't doing shit. Your government is actively allowing crimes to happen. War crimes, crimes against humanity. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. So whether or not you vote for this side or this side, that should let y'all know that we're already beyond that. The reason why we have so many files is because both sides collectively got together and said, oh, we're not going to pay attention to that. And if that lady had got elected, guess the fuck what? And mind you, I ain't on nobody's side. But if that lady had got elected, guess what she would have done? Swept that shit underneath the rug for it to be somebody else. Somebody else deal with it on their watch. Who the fuck is ever going to be the person that deals with it? Who's going to be the person? And I literally was sitting there talking to y'all. I keep giving y'all the idea about the fact that money, when you say a person, everybody celebrating a person being a trillionaire, y'all have not really actively let that sink into your brain. The amount of change that this person can do, but mind you, this person didn't become a trillionaire until they had access to our systems and our stuff. Why they wasn't a trillionaire before that? And also, you can do this activity yourself. I told you I did it before. Every day. So today you start off with $8,000, right? Now, it's a great activity because manifestation. So today you start off with $8,000. You have to spend it all today. So if all y'all get y'all pen and paper together and we're going to do an activity. So for 30 days, this is what you're going to do. And you're going to be held accountable for this because this is going to teach you and show you how these people don't give a fuck and they don't want to change the world because you would be thinking about changing the world, right? So today you have $8,000. Tell me how you're going to spend your $8,000. Don't tell me, write it in a book, right? Tomorrow, it's going to double. You're going to have $16,000. You have to spend it all in the same day. The next day after that, double. It's going to double. So you had 16, now you got 32. You got to spend that in 24 hours. Now, on the first day, a lot of y'all will say, oh, I will buy a car. Okay, I would buy a house. So by the second day, you could buy a car cash money, depending upon what type of car you want, right? But mind you, if you didn't want, the first day, because by the time you get 32,000, and it's going to double every day. So 62,000 or 64,000 by the sixth day or fourth day or whatever the hell it is, right? By this day, you can buy, you're going to be saying you want to buy a house. You're going to be saying you want to buy a car. You're going to be saying you will buy your mama a house. You will be saying you're going to buy your kids a house. Now, one of these days, so you got 8, 16, 32, 64. By day 5, right, you're at 164. That's 8. 128,000. You could buy a whole house with that, right? Depending upon. But you might want $1 million house. So at 128, remember the next day it doubles. So now you at 254, somewhere around there, right? Math ain't my strong suit. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. So do this activity. So by day 6 or 7, you could potentially, because remember, every day you're going to have to be spending this money fully. By day 10, I promise you, you're going to be figuring out how to just throw money at any and everything. By day 15, you're going to be and bought a jet, a plane. You're going to be and bought an island. You're going to be and bought some tractor trailers. You're going to be and bought some land. And mind you, you done pay cash for all of these things, right? Long story short, by day 30, whatever that equates to, it then already doubled. And you got to spend this money in one fucking day. Now, just imagine a nigga being a trillionaire. You done already bought every AP watch that there is to have. You done bought all the cars you could, have. Because I told y'all one day we did it right here on the channel. We had, the guy was saying what you would have bought. And the fact that you would have decided to now, cure world hunger and this, that, and the third. That wouldn't be the problem. The problem would be that it don't serve them for you to be able to, or the mass public, in order to be able to want to do the right thing. They would figure out, and even little places, they would figure out how to stop you from moving that money to be able to help the people. So it's not because they can't, it's because they don't want to. They don't fucking want to. Do it yourself, and then that way you'll see the amount. Because I think when people say $1 trillion, you can't fathom. Like, I think when people don't realize that the money as it's sitting is making money. So as you're trying to spend this money, you got to remember your money is now making money. You're going to get to the point where you're going to start calling people and asking them what to buy. Like, what can I buy with this? I done bought a whole small island with all the jet skis, all the staff, paid these niggas up for a few years. Mind you, now you're just throwing money at shit, but they can't figure out how to go into some of these places. And like, I'm trying to tell you, anybody that's watching right now, you would be a better president, or you would be a better leader in all of these countries. And I'm not just talking about here. I'm talking about, and it's the fact that Africa has so many different leaders and this, that, and the third, and they all fighting each other. These people ain't figured out, like, it's got to be fucking slow. Because these people ain't figured out how working together and stop being, the skin folk, all skin folk ain't kin folk. Stop trying to be the nasty nanny, or the person that's the crab in a barrel ass motherfucker to try to pull down each individual. Y'all is in the same fucking place. Africa is Africa. If y'all got together and did it the right way and show the rest of the world, stop allowing them fucking people to come in there and purge and plunder the fucking society. If y'all got it together, how the fuck y'all arguing and y'all all one damn place? And then you wonder why the world can't get together. Then y'all over here doing shit, and y'all wonder why we don't, the same way y'all don't fuck with us, we know y'all scammers and liars. Y'all scam and lie your own fucking people. Y'all have black leaders over there, and y'all fuck your own people. Like, this is places that, this is how y'all got y'all people living. And then y'all wonder why nobody trusts you. Bitch, because you don't care about your own fucking people. Y'all trying to figure out how you can pull yourself up, but you're not fooling your own those are still your fucking people. That shit is weird to me. And it's crazy. Majestic Grace says, Reggie, hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Why have blacks allowed themselves to be used as bioweapons by elite whites who the blacks believe to be fighting against? Well, I don't even think that's true. Because to me, it is the black people that's allowing certain things to happen because, again, what I just said was all skin folk and kin folk. I don't even believe the white people are running the world. I believe that the black people who want to stay, because just imagine any wealthy black people that you have ever seen around you. They be nasty and they be snooty. Like, these motherfuckers can not even, they'll hide, whatever it is that they're hiding. Like, to me, I feel like, do you not realize that if black people decided to really turn the fuck up around here, they wouldn't be able to do nothing with us? Why do you think they lie about everything? They lied about the size of Africa. They lied about the size of places. Like, I don't think that it is the white people that's doing it. I think that there is a group of black people that are sitting somewhere, because when one thing exists, so does the other. They tell y'all about these 12, 13 families, this, and the third. When one thing exists, so does the other. So that means that if they're sitting in the seat of power or anything else, so is somebody else. It's some people that have not been shown, they're not showing their hand. It's that thing where they say, throwing rocks and hiding their hands. Throwing rocks and hiding their hands. I feel like they ain't never been that smart. Like, the more that I check and the more that I see, they ain't never been that smart. And so how all of a sudden do you come from a group of people, you don't know how to wash your ass, you come out of a mountain, you crawling on all fours? There's people still that actually do that. Like, how the fuck how were you able to take over the world? Because it's some black people. And so you don't have to believe me. It don't even matter about the color. The fact of the matter is the people that are, having to, it's a cat outside. The people that are going through everything that we're going through, the major part is that we ain't figured out that as long as they keep us arguing and beefing with each other, it's always going to be a problem. As long as African leaders are all beefing and having their people, like, that's black people right there. It's black people allowing other black people to live in squalor. The only black president that you done seen so far that then came up and they're changing the way and they're letting people know, like, nah, we better than that. Ibrahim is the only one so far that I have seen that is actively changing their society. And so to me, technically, he should be the leader over the whole fucking Africa. If he became the leader over the whole full Africa, everything in the rest of the world would change, because they would not be allowing these people to come the fuck over here and do nothing. So ain't nobody gonna tell me that a white person is actively the head of nothing. They just a bobblehead puppet head. Because even now, the fact of the matter is this: y'all literally just watch. Y'all saying 12 families. Y'all literally just watch them marry. What's her name? It's Paris Hilton's sister, Nikki Hilton's sister to the fucking Rothschilds. So y'all mean to tell me that's the next state of their superpower? And I don't know who that person is, and I don't know Nikki like, I don't give a fuck. The fact of the matter is you're watching families marry into this family, this family, this family. Y'all watching it actively right now. Y'all also are actively watching them change history. Everything's being done right in your face. We're not saying nothing. I literally said something to somebody about this weekend about the kids not able to write in cursive. And it was funny because there was a young lady here and I was talking to her about it, right? And she said that she asked her mom to do something. Her mom, which is an older person, because the girl was 40 something, I'm 50. So her mom, I don't know how old her mom is, but her mom was shocked. So I'm gonna say she 50 something or 60 something, okay? Long story short, her mom was shocked that her grandkids didn't know how to write in cursive. You know who fault that is? Our generation. We didn't go to school, we didn't pick it, we didn't fight hard enough for the next generation for them to take cursive writing out. Also, it's our fault, because if we don't actively sit down with these kids and get them, it's an ant on my phone, if we don't sit down and actively get these kids to be able to read in cursive, and I don't give a fuck how old they are. As of now, it needs to be somebody that comes up and this is what they do. Online, whatever the fuck, I don't know. Get y'all books together. We're going to actively teach y'all to read cursive, because of the fact that if we die, if my generation dies, and that young lady, she's 40, so she says she know how to read in cursive. If she dies, and all those generations die out, guess what? The kids that come after us are fucked. Every single one of them. Because now the people, the powers that be, the people that teach their kids to read cursive, like if y'all go to Yale, done open their libraries. Yale, Harvard, and a lot of people, their libraries are online. If you go back and you look at the stuff that they have, it's all written in cursive. And the fact of the matter is that a lot of us can write in cursive, but I can almost guarantee you that if you were not taught it's not really calligraphy, but it's the way that cursive writing is, like to follow those books and to get it real, like sharp penmanship, you won't be able to read that there either. And you know how to read in cursive, because as I was looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck? They're doomed. and it's going to be our fucking fault. Because it's just like, and so that also led me to know that hieroglyphics and the Sumerian tablets, all of that shit was done intentional. Whatever this group of people is, all of it was done intentional. It's just like when now they're trying to say that our sky cousins are supposed to, you know, start coming. If they fucking white, fuck them. If they come down here and their skin is white, fuck them. You're not going to be able to get me with that shit at all, period. So I'm not going to believe it. If you come down here and you don't change nothing, fuck you too. You're not going to come down here with the same shit that's already down here fucking up the world and the earth and think that I'm going to, you know, just welcome you with open arms. Fuck you. Your mama, your grandmama, anybody that's trying to come, because I'm never going to believe that you are real. I'm always going to believe that you are a part of whatever these people are still trying to push. So fuck you. So don't come down here talking about your skin is super white and glowy. Bitch, you can go to hell. And that's on everything I love. Hell to the no. Spencer, hi, welcome. He said, peace, teach, sis. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Kay the mom. She said she was picking up trash one day and a man saw her and said that that's not your job. And I corrected him and said, actually, it's all of our responsibility. And fucking period. Like, that's part of the issue right now. People done got so much. And this is how they keep doing it. This is how they keep being and creating this system. Because if other people look at, that's not your fucking job. So now it's a person that's lesser than you's job. That's what you're trying to say. But meanwhile, we all live here. So if one person fucks it up, they're fucking it up for all of us. And that's the part that people need to get through their dumbass heads. If this person messes up the air, hi Mike, love you, thank you for being here. If one person's messing up the air, they're messing up the air for everybody. If one person's messing up the water, they're messing up the water for everybody. Like, I don't understand how people don't get that. They'll say, oh, well, the person over there is doing this. Bitch, sooner or later, it's going to go to your area. Sooner or later, it's going to affect you. So we have to stop acting as if we don't see, or as long as it's not affecting us directly, then it just ain't got there yet, stupid. It just ain't got there yet. So we all are responsible. So pick this shit the fuck up. Figure it out. Stop poisoning the lakes. And then, like, literally, I just watched a man online last night saying that, oh, we have this amount of water. Well, guess what? In my mind, good. Like, people fail to realize I'm the person that's saying, if that's what it takes, if it takes for your ass to be thirsty before you figure out that, oh, we shouldn't have let these people do that, then I pray that God allow you to be thirsty quickly. If the earth got to shake for you to realize that these people deal with this shit every fucking day, and you over here, I'm in my cushy bed, you know, and I'm doing this, that, and the third. I could wake up tomorrow, I can go to happy hour, this, that, and the third. But meanwhile, it's rockets and shit falling out the sky in other people's areas. If that shit got to happen to you, I pray that it happens today. Because guess what? If it takes for it having to happen to you in order for you to care and have some compassion, then clearly you is the person that it got to happen to. But people, because it's not touching them directly, they don't care. But I care that somebody else's kids are laying in the middle of the street. Why? Because I'm compassionate about kids, period. Why are you doing that? Why do they have to wake up every day and its surrounding buildings are falling the fuck down because it's big dumbass niggas over here arguing, trying to get somebody else's precious gems up off of their land? Like, these y'all, we don't care. We don't care. All we hear is the argument. We don't like connect the dots. Like, these people are doing this, pillaging, lying, cheating, stealing. Later on, it's going to affect us. Somehow, some way. We have to figure it out. Anyway, so not dramatic in a cinematic way, just consistent little pressures. Bills, expectations, emotional exhaustion, which a lot of people even feel. People feeling other people's emotional exhaustion. because I'm over it. I'm over living in a world that is so beautiful and has resources for everybody. But meanwhile, these people are hoarding it in a way to where we don't care if it's not directly affecting us. As long as I can be a part of the middle class, as long as I can be a higher part of the higher, as long as I'm not living in poverty. Nobody should be living in poverty. God gave us fucking everything that we needed, and guess what they did? Took it and sold it back to us. And guess what we did? Allowed it. Because we need. God, please get them like today, because I'm already over it. I'm already sick of seeing it. I'm already like, I'm done hearing it. God, get them, please and thank you. Anyway, self-doubt creeping in at night. Like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do if, you can't perform, produce, whatever for your family, for yourself, or whatever? Like, y'all, they would rather y'all be in a fucking what is that, a coliseum or whatever. They would rather y'all be in the fucking Hunger Games before they felt like they wanted. They want you to entertain them, because that's all social media is too. Whether or not anybody realizes it or not, technically social media is the fucking Hunger Games. Everybody's streaming. Everybody's doing this. Everybody, and the most of the stuff I done seen with streaming, y'all better get y'all fucking kids. Because at one point in time, TikTok was fun for the kids. It was dancing. And then the grown people got on there and fucking molested it, turned it, flipped it upside down, did every fucking thing. Now, that ain't no good, because then the Americans got their hands on it and fucked it up. Guess what streaming is right now? It's over sexualized. Like, it's some weird ass shit happening in streaming right now, and y'all kids are the ones that are watching streaming. So we got these niggas over here, a group of niggas acting as if like, being out flamboyantly gay and everything else. And I ain't talking about nobody, but do what you want to do. But meanwhile, their kids are watching. We got all the bitches gotta, show out and just be weird and random. Like, what the fuck is happening in society? Like, you gotta do this in order for somebody to watch. I'm literally watching a stream the other day. Nigga told a bitch, she over here dancing all weird and, whatever that was. Nigga told her that her pussy stink. Because why is you flailing this, that, and the third? She said, you know what else? Whatever. Your breath stank. Mind you, a lot of them just look like, whatever they look like. But the weird part is that this is what your kids are watching this. Your kids are gonna grow up thinking that these bitches that's out here, doing the stuff that they're doing, y'all was worried about twerking and this, that, and the third. Like, twerking is half the fucking problem right now. Like, on the other side, because it's 2 streaming platforms, and there may be more, but right now it is Twitch. I'm streaming on Twitch right now, and Kick, right? And for some reason, I think Kick must let people do a whole lot of stuff, because that's where I saw the dude that was stroking, having intercourse on stream. Like, that's soft porn. Facts. Young streamers too, under 18. That's what I'm saying. And so now the big dumb adults done figured out that streaming is making money. And so now they're bringing their nasty ass adult behavior the fuck over there. And I literally said it to my brother. The minute I saw Kai, when fucking Kevin Hart and all them showed up, because he was having fun. The minute I seen it, I literally said something to my brother. This is about to be the bullshit. He was like, no, he's getting ready to get into some other stuff, this, and the third. Guess what? It was the beginning of the bullshit. Because literally they said it. Hollywood, oh, well, you want to, we needed to break into it because it's a this, that, and the third. Nah, you wanted the money, you wanted the control, and now you're the fuck over here, and you're doing the same shit that you're doing, that you did to everything else. Putting your filthy ass fucking paws on it. Because I literally seen the man, the one that they're saying is the, what is it, Palm Beach Pete. This nigga was at a streaming award with fucking Neon and some other people. And if y'all don't know who these streamers are, y'all better figure the fuck out, especially if you got kids streaming, because the shit is getting out of hand. It ain't like, what it was, the kids fun, this, that, and the third. Like, they're literally soft porning y'all kids right now. And after that, it's going to get worse because everything they can figure out how to get their grubby ass fucking hands in. And then y'all going to be later on talking about it's 2026, right? Right now. Now, I would not be surprised if shit keeps going the way it's going. 2028, 2030, 2032, it's going to be some files that come the fuck out because guess what? Kids can't be kids no more. Everybody got to figure out how to adult their way. But it's the government, it's the society, it's the way things are going. They're fucking everything up because then the people figure out they got to make money the way they got to make money. OnlyFans is for y'all. And ain't nobody mad at OnlyFans. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bitch, take your OnlyFans ass the fuck over there. That should be the restriction. Ain't no way nobody gonna tell me that the minute I seen this nigga online having sexual intercourse on a stream, ain't no way that shit shouldn't have been shut the fuck down. This nigga's actively online drunk as fuck. Like, this is all they're advertising. Drinking, fucking, and this is what y'all kids are watching. So, y'all didn't care when they took cursive writing out. Care now, please. But y'all not gonna care because the kids are quiet. It ain't gonna fucking matter. Anyway, don't say you wasn't warned. Because I told y'all. I'm over here. I'm actively streaming. I see the shit. The shit coming across my timeline. If y'all ain't seen it, y'all better go check what y'all kids is fucking watching. Check what y'all grandkids is watching. Check what the future generations is watching. It ain't gotta be your fucking kids. Just start telling people that that's what the fuck they're doing. It's drinking, it's partying, these niggas don't give a fuck. It's a lot of gay activity. Like, and mind you, I don't care about that. I ain't got nothing against y'all. Grown people can do whatever the fuck y'all want to do. But mind you, it's been turned into a whole joke because I'm watching Ray J, IJ, Eyeball, whoever the fuck that little boy is. Like, this shit ain't right. But it's all for fun and games until it ain't fucking fun and games no more. And then y'all gonna be saying, oh, the new generation is da-da-da-da-da. Bitch, I tried to tell y'all. You didn't laugh. Oh, he laughing. He laughed. You didn't go check, but you laughed. Uncle Jukebox High. Y'all didn't go look. Y'all didn't go say nothing. Y'all thought it was okay. Streaming is being taken over by overly sexualized adults and a group of stupid ass girls. That all they doing is fucking overly animating everything and being weird. Like, it don't make sense. Grow the fuck up. And it's not for entertainment purposes only because they're setting the brain. Your kids do not know that it's for entertainment purposes only. Your kids think that it's life. And it's cool to be this. So do with that information what you will. So they stop explaining themselves too much. They stop pouring into things that drain them. They start choosing survival level peace. It doesn't look powerful from the inside, but underneath is where the strength is being built. So this is when the stuff starts to change. When you start being able to notice it, and when you start being able to say it, when you start being able to see it. Because just because I'm a streamer don't mean that I should be, subject to all the bullshit and allowing people to just say, oh, that's cool. I don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day gonna end, and I'm a little growner than most people, and I grew up in a time where, right is right and wrong is wrong, and we cared about shit like even other people's kids. This day and time, people don't care about other kids. People don't care about your fucking kids. People don't care about their fucking selves. But also, in the same breath, people allowing their children to be raised by social media, by TV, by this. Because I also seen the other day, E-Kane was doing something in a car, and in her own personal car, but she was on stream doing whatever she was doing. A lady comes and a lady says, bitch, something about you. I don't know. A whole fight ensued, I think they said. But anyway, the girl said, my daughter's 9 and I wouldn't want her something or another. Now, E-Kane said, you're fucking right. That is, you're right. Your daughter's 9. I'm a grown fucking woman. And E-Kane's correct. She was doing what she wanted to do in the privacy of her own car on her stream. But somebody felt like because she was doing whatever she was doing, her daughter was 9. I don't know how the daughter seen her or whatever. Like, it is where a person for clout will now go do something. But you should turn your daughter's stream off. You should have made sure your daughter wasn't paying attention to what the fuck were you doing that whatever E. Kane was doing in her personal vehicle on her stream affected you and your child. So it's two, you know, scenarios, two things to this, but we have to be diligent to know that if you're not clocking your kid's stream, they're going to be watching that. You better put the child safety, whatever that is, on your kid's stream, because otherwise they're gonna be watching this nigga out here stroking, her over here twerking, and as long as she was twerking on her section of the earth, then that's fine. And if you let your kids watch that, then know that that's what they seeing. Okay. So anyway, scenario 4, the first break. One day something small changes. They respond differently in a conversation. They walk away from something they used to tolerate. They speak up when they normally wouldn't. And that's the thing with a lot of people. A lot of people don't speak up. A lot of people will just say, these people are grown. These people are grown. But I also watched the takeover of TikTok. TikTok was for the kids. TikTok was for dancing. Now it's a bunch of grown shit on here. And the kids basically, do y'all know that there's kids on, the people don't give a fuck. People will say they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck that your kid is on none of these platforms. So you have to care. But this is also like the wave. It's the takeover. The adults are now taking over the kid shit, and it's not fun no more. It's overly sexualized, and it's over whatever that is. So if you don't say nothing, it's going to be one of those things. You didn't say nothing when cursive writing got taken out of school. So when you die and your kids become a slave, even worse than what it is now, because as you see, they're trying to reset back to 1302. Yes, a boss. It's going to be your own fucking fault. You died and you said nothing. You just wanted to live your life and you said nothing. Even in the midst of, it was going to make it hard for me. Like I told you about the niggas that show up. They'll call, this is happening, this happened with the people, civil rights, this and the third. They call these specific niggas. The same Negroes that show up every fucking time something civil rights happens, right? Meanwhile, have y'all realized that ain't nothing happened positive at all, period, yet? The reason why we have setbacks is because the niggas that they call only worry about themselves. They try to figure out how to make it as peaceful, how we can get, I'm gonna allow y'all to be able to just swallow it. Meanwhile, these niggas' banks and everything else is probably overflowing. They making sure that they're people, but they ain't said nothing civil rights. Cause how the fuck we back in 1302? But go look at every time they, call and they say, we call them for civil rights. Go look at who they call. And let's realize that these niggas ain't working for us. They the all skin folk ain't kinfolk. And if you fucking mad, I don't care. You can't tell me that they did anything good when we back in 1902. Make it make sense. They basically try to, minimize your spirit and your soul to be able to take it. Take that, take that, take that, take that. Oh, I know it's uncomfortable. It's okay. You ain't died yet. Take that, take that. Bitch, they're killing your spirit every time you gotta take that, take that. Anyway, don't say nothing. Keep your mouth quiet. They speak up when they normally wouldn't. They take a chance they never thought they would take before. If I'm gonna die, I'd rather die for a cause. Like, y'all keep fucking wasting good ass bodies that could have fucking, fought for something. But meanwhile, you let them kill them, pick them off one by one. One by one. What's gonna happen when y'all really want to do something? Ain't nobody gonna be around to fucking do nothing. You let them pick them off one by one because y'all kept calling the same fucking leader. Oh, I don't respect none of these niggas. Because why are we being set back? It's always, there's nothing new under the sun. It's always a reset. No, it's restoration. We need to make them restore some shit back to God's way. And not the God that they talking the fuck about. But we so far removed. We're so far removed. Restoration. It's funny how they be having money for everything. They got money for Holocaust. They got money for this. They got money for this. They got money for all of these things. But they said that it would go bankrupt if they fucking gave restoration for the black folks. No, it wouldn't. They don't want you to have. They don't want to do it. They gave it to everybody else. Everybody else gets whatever it is they need to get. But why? So even that, there's something in it. But why the fucking people that they call for civil rights and everything else, why they ain't figured out how to get it? At this point in time, I feel like in the system, if this is always the reset, if you're gonna die, you might as well die for something, and you might as well fucking die fighting for it. And I mean in a big ass fucking way. Like, don't let up on these bitches. It don't matter. Don't let up on them. Every time you let up on them, guess what? They figure out a way to weasel. Nah, nigga. Let's not let up on them this time. So if you're going to fight for something, go all the fucking way. But no, they going to call the people and they're going to say, oh, well, she don't know what she's talking about because she's a woman. Yeah, y'all going to keep this same fucking cycle going the fuck over and over and over again. Like, don't threaten me with a good time. Fucking push the button, bitch. If you going to fucking destroy this shit, this is basically when you call on God and be like, kick this bitch clear across Timbuktu. Because they never going to get it. They got these people arguing amongst these people. They don't get it. But I have higher hopes for the world. I pray that one day y'all realize that everybody just puts down whatever it is y'all got mentally against each other and realize we are not the problem. She said, yup, stand on business and period. Don't let the fuck up. Either way. They take a chance they wouldn't have never thought they would take before. It doesn't feel like a breakthrough in a dramatic sense, but it's the first crack in the surface. So light finally reaches them. It's the seed, because remember I said, excuse me, what would it look like if a person was growing into a seed, if the seed was the person? And people fail to realize that there's growth when the seed is planted. It's darkness. They try to bury you. They try to cover you up, and it's darkness. But meanwhile, once everything, all the right, conditions are met, you're growing even in the darkness. And you may not even feel it, because you just feeling like it's just so much pressure, because you got to grow through this dirt. You got to grow through the darkness. You got to get the stuff off of you to be able to come to the surface. Meanwhile, you're doing it, and it feels like go little seed, go little seed, go little seed, go little seed, go. Like, regardless of the fact, it's the growth that's happening, the breakthrough from coming through the dark night of the soul, or being spiritually, stuck somewhere and not realizing, like, it was happening. I thought the pressure and the weight I thought was going to break me, and everything else. But meanwhile, I came through it victoriously. Y'all do realize not everybody makes it. So you should be proud of yourself when you do, because not everybody makes it. I just told y'all about a story where a lady said she had had enough and that she was going to take a break. But mind you, she ain't going to wake up from that break. She died. Why was there nobody around to help her? Where's the baby daddies at? Where's the people that could have heard that young lady's cry? And if you hear a person cry like that and it don't do something to you on the inside, like, you can't be a human being, because there's no way you can hear a person crying out in society saying that they've had enough, that it's too much. The pressure of whatever this society is doing is too much. The girl working 2 jobs, kids, everything else. And then somebody would say, well, she shouldn't have had those kids. Well, a lot of things shouldn't be happening. Nobody's body is meant to do that much work, have to go through that much pressure, have to fight for every fucking thing. Why should she have had to do that? Anyway, so light finally reaches them. And then they realize that they didn't become someone new overnight. They had already been growing. They just stopped abandoning themselves in the small moments. When the times when you should do something for yourself, take the moment. Scenario number 5. To everyone else, it looks sudden because they don't see that you're going through this. They don't see that you're evolving. Mind you, because you're under the soil. You're covered up. And so they don't see that there's something that's happening beneath the soil. So to everyone else, it looks sudden. Wow, you've changed. You've really grown. You're doing so well all of a sudden. Nigga, do you not know what I've been going through? Like, do you not realize the consistency? Sometimes consistency is years. It's like the fact that I got pineapple out there. And people will automatically say like, oh, when it gets big, oh, that's great. That shit took 3 years to grow. Or it's taking 3 years to grow. Trees take years to grow. And then people can come along and within a hot second they take it and they eating the fruit, but not realizing all the blood, sweat, and tears you put into that shit. Wow, you've grown all of a sudden. No, it's not all of a sudden. I've been going through this. And I'm not going to let nobody minimize. So one day, somebody was talking to me. They said what they were saying, right? And I didn't give a fuck what they were saying. And then later on, somebody else came and they said, that's not what the person was meaning, right? I said, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Because imagine every time you speak to a person, this is the same shit they say over and over again. I'm not going to let you minimize me. I'm not going to let you try to make me feel less than. I'm not going to keep trying to let you take me back down memory lane when something happened that was out of my control, or when something happened that, I may not have been the best of the best. And every time I see you, that's what you want to take me down. Why the fuck is that the only thing that you remember about me? And if that is, like, you're not trying to allow me to grow as a person. And I'm sure, you could be as dumb as you can be, but at some point in time, I'm sure you have even grown as a person. So why is it that every time you see me, you want to talk about the same fucking shit? I'm not going to let you do that, because to me, I feel like you're trying to play in my fucking face. You're trying to minimize my growth from then till now. And I'll still cuss you the fuck out, so don't get it twisted. I have grown, and my verbiage has also grown. I still be using the cuss words, but bitch, I'll still cuss you the fuck out. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. So talk to your mama about it. I might have been the mom in this case. Anyway, long story short, don't let nobody keep trying to play with you either, because some people will, that's a thing. They only show up to remind you of some shit that you did in 1902 that ain't got nothing to do with you right now. Bitch, get something else to talk about. I get it. Go on and get. So, but the person knows the truth. So there was no sudden moment where you just grew, that like you've been doing this, you've been growing. It's like people who you can tell them something, you'll give a person advice, it could be the best advice ever, they don't listen to that, they'll hear it from somebody else, and then they come back and tell you the same fucking thing that you just told them. Bitch, I told you that. You didn't do it until this person told you, because you think those people are smarter, but I fucking told you that. I told you that 32 years ago. You could have been already up, but you didn't listen to me. Now you want to come back to me and tell me the advice that I gave you 32 years ago. Bitch, you're really slow. But, people get it when they get it. But I'm also not going to let you play in my face and act like you didn't hear me when I was the one that told you that shit. And I'm not going to let you not know that I'm the one that already told you that shit 32 years ago. Bitch. Anyway, so there's no sudden moment. There were thousands of invisible ones. Times they didn't quit. Times you didn't quit. Times they chose themselves quietly. Times when you said, fuck no. I don't like this person's energy. I'm not receiving that energy. I'm not allowing the person in. I'm not da-da-da-da-da. People will try to force their energy on your energy. You do know that, right? Like, nigga, I know. I heard you the first time. I saw it the first time. But somehow it's like their edification, I think is the word, of they want to have whatever input they want to have in your life, or they want to insert themselves on your journey. And I don't know why people are like that, because you do realize you can just go that way, right? You don't have to have my say so, you don't have to have my permission, you don't even have to hear my voice. You can go that way. But something about them says, I need to come, I need something from you. Like Pac-Man. I need something. Go on and get. So times that you kept going with no proof, it just mattered. No proof, it mattered. You just kept going. I trust God. I trust God. I trust God. I trust God. I know God did not bring me this far to fail me. I know that regardless of what it looks like, no matter what it feels like around here right now, something, whatever timeline this is, wherever I woke up at, I'm going to be more than okay. But something is happening. And it shows, not because growth started yesterday, but because it was always happening underground, underneath the soil. So small steps were never small. They were roots. The roots were never meant to be seen. They were meant to hold you steady until the moment you were ready to rise. Now, why are we talking about plants? Because that's just the way that it is. It's the ascension. Mind y'all, that was just the beginning of the beginning. It's 9:36. It took an hour to get through that. So, message for the collective. You are not behind, you're becoming. There may be moments when it feels like everything or everyone else has all the answers while you're still figuring things out. But growth is rarely loud or dramatic. Sometimes it looks like choosing peace over chaos. How many of y'all do that? Like, I'm going to just let you have it. I ain't even going to say nothing. But sometimes, do you know that one little moment, like, you're still choosing peace, but I still got to say what I need to say. I still got to get this out, because it's going to eat at me later on if I let you walk away and I let you have that, because it don't have to be, an argument or a fight. I just still said what I said. Because otherwise I'm going to think about it all fucking day. The moments when I didn't say something that I should fucking say something. I'm not just going to let you get away with that. Because what is it? Are you letting them have peace, or are you going to have peace for yourself? Good morning, Gary. Sometimes that's the thing. I can let you slide, but that's not going to be peaceful to me. And so sometimes we have to realize the conditioning will tell you not to say something, but peace is, I have to get this out of my spirit. I got to say what I got to say. So be mindful of that also, because we ain't come here to let nobody get the fuck over on us, and it's enough people doing shit that they shouldn't be doing. She said, yup, stand on business. Mike said, I do that a lot. Yes. And so we have to be mindful of that. Like, I done that multiple times. Like, oh, I should have said this to this person. Or I don't want to say this, that, and the third because da-da-da-da. Or I really hate a fucking person who sits by and don't say nothing, right? So anyway, there's another beef that's brewing in the social media, the streamer university, not streamer university, in the streamers, universe, okay? So anyway, Finesse 2 Times is beefing with some young girl, right? And it was funny to me because the young lady said that she would stream with them, but she said he can't teach her nothing, right? She said he can't teach her nothing because he didn't read his contract. And so what he said to her was, and it's not about them, it's about the lesson, so just know. What he said to her was, you're going to end up being one of them old hoes, because the girl said that a nigga has to do everything for her because her dad, her uncles, and her brothers do everything for her. Which, that's legacy. Like, we have to stop putting people down because they know their value and their worth, because she's not wrong, right? I love the fact that I can call my fucking dad and get whatever it is that I want to. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's legacy. But he says she's gonna be an old hoe because all he heard was that she got a family. But we have to be mindful that when we even talk about, and I ain't nobody's therapist, but you will hear certain types of people prey on certain types of people. So a nigga like him can't prey on no girl like her because of the fact that she has a father around. She has uncles around and she has brothers around. So not saying nothing about finesse, because I like finesse too, right? But at the end of the day, they gonna end right is right and wrong is wrong. Anyway, her clap back was epic because she cussed this nigga the fuck out, right? And she said, she's not wrong for having family that can take care of her. You see what I'm saying? So we have to be mindful, like, how are we putting people down these days? And again, this is what your kids are watching, so fucking pay attention, right? So she said, nigga, you can't teach me. She said she would do the stream because he's funny. He's definitely funny because y'all be hearing me. I'll be over here fucking laughing again, right? All the time. So Haywood, hi, welcome, thank you for being here. Haywood said, nobody cares, sweetheart. And so just because you call me sweetheart don't mean that I'm not going to put your bitch ass in timeout. Because if you don't care, why did you comment, stupid? You see what I'm saying? So, not that I'm going to waste no time on you, but I wanted to come say, you know, welcome and good morning to you. But since you don't know how to adult and shut your bitch ass up, I'm going to adult for you and shut your bitch ass up. Don't come over here trying to patronize me, talking about some fucking sweetheart. Bitch, fuck your sweetheart. You try to get smart, but you one of them people, like, you know, fucking passive aggressive. And I don't like no passive aggressive ass little nigga. Shut your bitch ass up. Anyway, so, she said that her dad and her people do. Oh, I was about to put him in. Oh, I already kicked his ass the fuck out. He can watch, but he ain't got nothing to say. Because, like I said, he tried to use that sweetheart. If nobody cared, then shut your bitch ass up. You could have not left the comment. You could have kept fucking strolling. But your little stupid ass had to have some attention. And so, you know, I gave it to you. Stupid. I still can't see him, Mike. Oh, I already kicked his ass out. Cause I seen it with the whole little sweetheart thing. Like, don't call me sweetheart, bitch. You trying to be smart and fucking like you think I'm gonna let it go over my head because you call me sweetheart. Fuck you and your mom. Anyway, so what he said was, let me grab something. So, oh, hold on. So she said, she said, I was going to do the stream with you because you're funny, right? But you can't teach me shit. That's what she said. She said, how the fuck you going to teach her something when you can't even read? You didn't read your fucking contract. You're mad that you didn't read your contract and you got two grown men that, basically, you know, then took over, they done just did some shit to you, whatever. She said, you let two grown men fuck you and you didn't read your contract, so how the hell is you going to teach me anything, right? So she was saying all that shit. Like I said, clapback was epic. I don't know how old she is, but she young. Anyway, all these people young to me. So anyway, later on, he came back and he said that, he said, because he funny, he do know how to read because he read Harry Potter. You didn't see me read Harry Potter, bitch. She said, but then she came back anyway. She said, anyway, he said he read Harry Potter. He said, and then something about the money. She said, my kids eat scripts and this, that, and third. Mind you, Suge is standing beside him, right? While he's talking. And it made me laugh because when he said, my kids eat scripts, Suge laughed, right? Because this is the thing. And I'm going to stand 10 toes down with my nigga, right? But when you wrong, you wrong. And so she was right in not correcting him, but that laugh let me know that she know this nigga is reaching. So, after that, right? Then I see, mind you again, this is some streamer shit, right? Later on, the girl comes back again. And she was like, you saying you could read, but you ain't read that motherfucking contract. And then she said, fucking Suge, she said she had an issue with, I guess he must have, because I didn't see his whole thing. I only saw, because I only see clips of this. I don't watch none of these people. These be the clips I be seeing. So I guess whatever, Suge must have been just agreeing or something, you know, why he was there. The thing that also was, he said his kids eat scrimps. He said leftover scrimps and this, that, and third. I was cracking up, right? Anyway, so the girl came back and the girl said, nigga, you ain't read that fucking contract, and that's what was important. Then she said, Suge, and you standing there, she said, you done been fucking 3 different bitches, 3 seasons of bitches. You was the 3rd bitch, the 2nd bitch too, the 3rd, I don't know. Anyway, the way she was reading everybody fucking writes, this girl ain't playing. And she ain't lying, because then she was saying something about, yeah, she said she was bitch number 3 to 3 bitches, bitch number 2 to some other bitches, and bitch number 1 to something else. Now, this is the other part that I made note of. When you have your whole life online, it don't matter whether or not it's funny. It don't matter whether or not it is real. It don't matter whether, it don't matter, right? The fact of the matter is that there is now a beef brewing between people that it shouldn't even have gotten that far. This person said what they said, but mind you, she right in standing up for herself. She should damn sure stand up for herself, right? In another area, he shouldn't have even went there, because of the fact that sometimes you got to watch your mouth on who you talking to and who you talking about, especially when it's not warranted. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to enter into, he didn't have to enter into the beef. It could have just been, she said no, because what she said she would do the stream because he's funny, but he can't teach her nothing. Sometimes, you know, there's a learning, we can learn something from everybody, right? It was damn sure the scrimps. We can learn something from everybody. That's the thing. And so what I learned in this whole entire thing was this. It don't matter how big you think you are, you know, in the streaming industry or everything else, because Finesse 2 times is, you know, whatever he think he is, and the girl whatever she think is. But it was like he tried to son her, is what they would say. Like, you know, you're beneath me because you're younger, you're this and a third. Not realizing that she was going to come back and she was going to use very valid points to, you know, express her opinion. And now that beef could technically cost him something, because, you know, what's that you said, Majestic Grace, the underdog, he tried to play in her face and use, you know, what niggas always try to use. Oh, you gonna be an old washed up asshole, but nigga, you washed up. That's what she told him. You 35 years old. Mind you, I'm 50, so I ain't saying nothing about nobody, and I'm still streaming. Don't give a fuck what nobody's saying or anything else. Just got here, happy to be here. Somebody just told me this weekend, they said, I love the fact that when we was watching you stream, the smile you had on your face, you just look so authentically happy. That's what a young lady told me. So I ain't gonna let nobody minimize the fact that, you know, calling somebody 35 years old when I'm 50 years old, and bitch, I'm excited to be here because streaming is new to me, and I'm gonna keep on fucking doing it until I am not supposed to do it. You see what I'm saying? And when that is when I can't do it. Not because of my age or anything else, right? So anyway, niggas will try to use your washed up asshole, forgetting that niggas is old as fuck also. So then she said that Suge being standing by his side, he went broke, and then she says Suge stood by you, and that's how she ended up being bitch 1 of 1, is what she said. I said that as well about you in your video. Oh, about me being happy? I was happy. I was excited to be able to be outside and streaming and whatnot. So that's what I'm saying. So to me, people can say what they want to say, and what a hit dog a holler. That's the thing. And so for all intents purposes, a person could be beefing with me at this point in time. I wouldn't give a fuck, because the person don't realize, like, all of the stuff that I just went through, or, you know, even, you know, spiritual, whatever, the awakening for me allows me to be brand new in a situation. I still want to be able to explore. I still want to do whatever, you know, whatever. I don't really want to put myself into no beef with nobody, because like I said, right is right and wrong is wrong. And sometimes we just have to allow people to, you know, be able to have their journey and not us interfering in it. And so, but when you talking down to a person, sometimes you'll get your ass handed to you in that form, in that way, because of the fact that that was your moment. That was your test, and you fucking failed. You failed that moment. So now this little young girl out here, you know, throwing bricks like a motherfucker, right? And each one of them is landing, because otherwise you wouldn't respond to her. And you didn't have to say what you said, you know, but men will try to minimize. Oh, you a old hoe. Nigga, old hoe or not, it'll be new pussy to another nigga. You see what I'm saying? And niggas be forgetting that they be old. It is like where you try to put somebody down and then they use that very thing to spin, you know, the whole entire shit. So sometimes you have to be mindful that every conversation ain't really meant to have. Every argument ain't meant to engage with. Everybody, like, I don't give a fuck what you said. Like, leave it. You know what I'm saying? And so that was one of them moments, and I feel like he gonna learn from it, because you having beef with somebody that is basically the bricks that she's throwing. Like, shit, you helping her get content at the end of the day, because you could have shut your ass up and not said nothing. But I got commentary, so here we are. Anyway, we said, like, choosing peace over chaos, setting a boundary you once ignored, trying again after disappointment, or simply getting out of bed and showing up for your life. Because guess what? On for real, I get up, I show up every day. 8:15, trying to be consistent. You know what I mean? But sometimes that's hard, even to be consistent if you feel in some type of way. In the midst of everything that I said that's even going on in the universe, something feels a little strange. But guess what? We still gonna get on here. We still gonna talk about it. I'm still gonna be consistent, and I'm still gonna keep trying. Mind you, it's growth, because it's like watering the seeds. It's being consistent. Who the hell knows? These little moments that I'm talking to y'all about right now could turn into something bigger. We don't know. All I know is I'm doing it. I'm here to, you know, try to take care of my life. But also in the process is stuff that's happening that I need to be discussing. You know what I'm saying? Earth school is definitely hard. You see what I'm saying? Not because nothing other than the fact that this is the way they're trying to make it. So we got to have some conversation with somebody about something. And mind you, this is real life. So who am I supposed to talk to about it? Excuse me, y'all. Anyway, so the collective is being reminded that small steps still move you forward. It's like the turtle beats the hare. So everybody thinks that everything has to be, you know, quick, because we live in a microwave society is what they say. And so, but everything ain't always quick. Sometimes growth is real short, real small. I mean, real slow, sorry. She said, sure is real life, and period. So, you know, we navigating it as we're doing it. I was listening to some stuff this weekend, and it was talking about how the stuff that has been covered up on Earth is coming to, you know, the surface. Like old civilizations and things of that nature. And every time something new comes up, it's like realizing how far we're set back. Like the technology from before was better than it was now. And so how did we get to this section when this already existed? And then just learning how much stuff we have forgotten, you know, even in history. So that's something that's being even talked about right now. So small steps still move you forward. Trust the progress. Trust the progress that no one else can see yet. Seeds grow underground long before they break through the surface. This is the reason to, or the season to, release the need to have everything figured out. We don't have to have everything figured out, because like we just said, this is real life. And sometimes we ain't got it figured out. It's shit in history they ain't got figured out from thousands of years ago. So how the fuck is we supposed to have everything figured out? And it's okay. That's the part that we have to be okay with. Knowing that we don't have it all figured out, and it's okay. We still living. We still growing. We still learning. And it's okay. Celebrate how far you've already come. How many of you do that? Do you appreciate how far you come? Do you celebrate how far you've already come? Even if it don't look like progress to nobody else. So the fuck what? You know how far you've come. And so somebody said something to me one day, and it just still stuck with me. It's one of those things, like I should have said something, like I should have asked more, you know, why are you pretending to be this? Pretending to be what? And so I just let it go because it was whatever, and Pretending to be what though? And it stuck with me. And so now it's too late to go back and ask. And what the person was trying to question was not a spiritual aspect of me, it was a religious aspect of me, because growing up one way, and then but I don't have a religious aspect. Like, I look into everything, like, because to me my spirit is everything, and I don't want to focus on anybody's one religion of anything, because I want to know about them all. And so I think that because I grew up Christian, it was a thing where if I looked into anything else, I'm pretending to be something. But I also should not care about, what the person thought. But I think that the reason why I cared is because they try to put it into a little person's brain. And I don't like that, only because let little people grow up to figure out things for themselves. And so I think that's probably the part that bothered me the most. But if anybody's questioning, I look into everybody's religion. I don't know. To me, I feel like they all belong together. That's the thing. And so if everything belongs together, then that is what life creates. And so one person wants to feel like theirs is better, and this person wants to feel like theirs is better. But I also know that y'all took bits and pieces from here, there, and everywhere. So to me, it's like my spirit is a part of all the bits and pieces and everything else that we haven't figured out, even in life. So anyway, one of those things. So celebrate how far you've already come. Stay open to the unexpected opportunities and connections. Like, do that. It's a thing where, though, like, a person saying they can't grow from somebody or they can't learn from somebody, I can learn something from anybody and everybody. And that's something that makes me, happy about myself. Even if it's learning what not to do. I still learn that from a person. Don't do that. Like, a person don't have to say, don't smoke crack. I learned from many crackheads not to smoke crack. It's not going to do well with my spirit. I don't want to be out here stealing people's VCRs and, slimmer than a Slim Jim. None of that. So to me, there's something to learn in every aspect, from every person, from every situation, whether it's good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. And like I said, at this point, I ain't got beef with nobody, and I don't want to have no beef with nobody. And if somebody got beef with me, then good. Whatever that is. What's that disease that they said people getting right now? Something were they allergic to beef? What's that? Mariners or marinara, whatever the fuck that is. I pray you get that. Because you shouldn't be having beef with nobody. Like, let people just be. And I'm saying it in a funny way. You know what I'm saying? It's called alpha-gal syndrome. Disease or condition that you're referring to is called alpha-gal syndrome, which is also commonly known as a red meat allergy, or it comes from a tick bite. But I don't want you, in real life spirit. It's a spiritual thing. Like, I don't want no beef with nobody, so, you should have that, so that way you realize what you arguing for. I said what I said, you said what you said, we can move the fuck on, okay? That's it, that's all. Do that information what you will. So, remember that your presence has value, even on ordinary days. You're the only you that existed. I seen this guy the other day, he didn't have no fingerprints on his thumb. Now, just imagine if you didn't have fingerprints on your thumb. Now, first and foremost, that's unique because, most of the time they'll tell you that everybody's fingerprints, everybody's handprints are unique to them. Now, what happens when you don't have a fingerprint? Like, that was unique also all on its own, but it weirded me out a little bit because does that mean you don't exist? Although, he has fingerprints, but just not in a one area. Anyway, it was the weirdest thought process that I went through even with that, because I was thinking like, damn, it's unique that everybody's fingerprints are unique only to them, but this nigga ain't got none. Just think about that. Things that make you go, So anyway, I trust the timing of my life. I'm growing in ways I cannot always see. I release the pressure to be perfect, and I welcome joy, peace, and possibilities into my life. I have everything within me to take the next steps, and I choose hope over fear. I'm worthy of good. I'm worthy of the good that is finding its way to me. He must roll up too much. No, he was just born that way. He didn't have, his whole thumb was naked, which was crazy. So, I didn't know rolling up takes your fingerprints. I didn't know that. That's from holding a glass pipe. That's crazy. But no, I think he was born that way. I'm cracking up. So may we have the courage to keep going even when the path ahead is unclear. May we recognize the beauty in our own becoming and trust that every lesson is shaping us with purpose. Fill our hearts with peace, our minds with wisdom, and our spirits with hope. Help us to notice the blessings already surrounding us and to remain open to the miracles still unfolding. Amen. So today's reminder for everybody, you don't have to do everything today. Just take the next step, the next right step. The light you're searching for may already be within you, and be mindful that, seeds are growing underneath the soil. That is funny. So good things are still finding their way to you. Just remember that. So the collective is being reminded that joy is not something that you have to earn. It's something you're already allowed to experience, because in here and now they be trying to act like, you know what I'm saying, you got to do da 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 da, but meanwhile it's still the pressures of life. There's laughter ahead, unexpected blessings, meaningful conversations, and moments that will remind you why you didn't give up. Keep going. Remember, I told you, the number one rule of Earth School, don't die. I think that's more from Breaking It Down, not so much rolling. The smokers have calluses on their thumbs. Well, damn. That's crazy. Yeah, his shit was just smooth and weird looking. Like, it was definitely weird looking. At least he was born with the rest of his fingerprints. That's what I'm saying. But just imagine, it just looked strange, like the whole entire thing. So I don't know. You may not see the whole picture yet, but life has a beautiful way of surprising you when you least expect it. Keep your heart open. Keep planting seeds of kindness. Keep believing that better days aren't just possible, but they're unfolding. The energy for today says, celebrate the little wins. They matter. Let yourself enjoy the present moment without guilt. Expect pleasant surprises. Share your light freely. It brightens your path too. Make room for fun, creativity, and gratitude. So listen, y'all. Today is Streamers University in Atlanta, right? Which is funny because remember I told y'all my son told me that I should go. Mind you, people started lining up 3 days early. So yesterday people was out there. The day before that people was out there. And I was like, I'm not going over there when it's too many people. Like in New York, they lined up a day before. But I think that just literally set the stage for Atlanta to try to be extra, right? Anyway, long story short, because they forgot that FIFA is downtown too. The World Cup stuff is downtown. They not having that shit, right? Mind you, Streamer University is some black shit. Regardless of whether or not people realize it or not, it's some black shit. So they wasn't having it. Anyway, some shit started to happen downtown yesterday. So they done changed Streamer University. Matter of fact, I don't even know if they canceled it for here because it was a bunch of, I think somebody got in a fight. It was some weird ass stuff there. They talking about something, is the helicopters down there? No, them helicopters was already down for FIFA. Like, one of my, I was looking at this the other day and it said, when I was downtown streaming live, it said that there was a CIA drone nearby. Did I keep the picture? And y'all want to have Streamers University and people out this bitch acting like they don't know that the fucking World Cup FIFA is down this bitch. Like, they was locking niggas the fuck up, which I was not shocked because I already knew. But anyway, so I don't know what's going to happen with that today. But if y'all see my video, tag Kai, please. Because like I said, I might be too old for Streamers University, but I'm doing it anyway. So, let me see if I can find this picture that I had. Because I literally took a picture of it. Because when I was trying to get online, it said CIA drone. And mind you, they got like the FIFA festival and all these people from different countries and all this other shit walking around. They should have already known they wasn't with that shit. Where is it at? Deleted right here. Let's see. View album. Do I still got it? That shit literally said, and I'm like, I wonder if that's real. And my son was like, they wouldn't have named it that if it was, because, but I said, shit, with all the stuff that's happening down here, I wouldn't put nothing past it. Because it was stuff just flying around that bitch. I don't know if I still got it, but I did snap a picture of it. So where is the fuck at? I wanted to make sure I had it. I don't know if I got it, y'all. But anyway, yeah, so that was actually happening too. So, affirmations for today. Wonderful things are happening for me and around me. I welcome joy, peace, and abundance into my life. I deserve to experience happiness without apology. Every day brings new reasons to smile. I trust that life is supporting me in beautiful ways. I am open to miracles, laughter, and unexpected blessings. My future is filled with hope and possibilities. Remember I said that what the lady said? Yeah, I use a grinder as well. I can't wait till I can have some, you know, Mary Jane in my life, because I like Mary Jane. So, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. So I've been off the Mary Jane for a very, very long time. May our hearts be light and our spirits thinking about Mary Jane. May our hearts be light and our spirits encouraged today. Help us notice the beauty in ordinary moments and the blessings we often overlook. Fill our minds with hope, hopeful thoughts, our homes with peace, and our lives with opportunities. The ice maker. Our opportunities to give and receive love. May joy find us and fill us. May gratitude ground us. And may we move through this day with confidence that good things are on their way. I mean. So today's reminder, something beautiful can happen at any moment. Don't rush past the present, waiting for life to begin. This day holds its own. I really want to blow my nose because I swear I feel like I just got snot. Something beautiful can happen today at any moment. Don't rush past the present waiting for life to begin. This day holds gifts of its own. Smile more, worry less. Stay open to the magic, the life of being alive that life brings. So I said, what the lady spoke into existence. She said whatever her name was, and then she said she needs rest, right? When you come to DMV, I got you. I can't, like, I literally just gotta wait for the moment, because everybody, like, it ain't like I can't get it. Like, I can get it. Like, I could get it for free, but, you know what I'm saying? It's just that waiting for the moment. And I just told somebody, they went to, you know, the place where you could get it freely from. I was like, send me an edible, but, you know, I was just joking. But I can't wait until I can, like, when shit is just normal and bright and it just feels good. Right now, it's just, anyway, just because you can't see the immediate results doesn't mean nothing has happened. Some of the most important growth takes place quietly beneath the surface, where patience, healing, wisdom, and resilience are being developed. The collective is being reminded that progress isn't always obvious. Every boundary you've set, every healthy choice you've made, every time you've chosen to hope over fear, it's all adding up. So trust the process even when it's slow. Remember, I honor my journey and I trust that every small step is leading me exactly where I need to be. What's meant for me is growing even when I cannot yet see it. So today's reminder, another one, the seed doesn't question whether it will bloom. It simply continues growing. Keep showing up for yourself, your dreams, your healing, and your purpose. Your roots are getting stronger. And when the time is right, the world will witness what you've been nurturing all along. The I am of a thing. Being mindful of what you speak, what you put out. The future is written or spoken. All right. So I am is definitely putting into the future you, right? Remember, we talk about I am who I am. I am is considered the highest expression of being. Okay. So being aware, be mindful. The power of life and death is in the tongue. So in many spiritual and conscious-based teachings, I am is considered a level of self-identification with existence. It's the moment awareness says, I exist. Be gentle with yourself. Be mindful of the things that you're putting out, especially when you're talking about yourself, because being the seed, the growth, the evolution, the awareness, all right? So pure awareness, witness consciousness. This is often considered the next step beyond I am. Instead of I am a person having experiences, it becomes I am the awareness observing the experience. Even the sense of I am is observed. So awareness becomes the background of everything. Presence, being without identity. This is the state where you are not defining yourself, you're not narrating yourself, you are simply here. No labels, no story, no effort to define me, just being, right? And I'm saying this because of the fact that that video stuck with me. I'm sure she didn't think that that was going to be her last breath. You see what I'm saying? And being a seed already buried, right? So it could feel like the weight of everything that's already on you. You can feel like, whatever it is that you are thinking at that moment, she wanted to have rest. She just wanted a break. She wanted, and mind you, you hear the words that I'm using? Not really good words when we talk about the etymology of a thing. And a breakthrough could be, something better to say, but being mindful of the words that we're putting out into the universe, because as she's crying that libation, that whole entire spiritual spell, that was being cast at that moment, and then the universe said, let me give you your exit expeditiously. And I'm very sure, because she got kids. So now those kids are without a mother. But mind you, we have to charge that to the people in the game, because this is all the stuff that they're putting on everybody that's making people feel like, they're over it. Okay? So unity consciousness, this is where the boundary between me and life softens. Instead of separation, there's connection with everything. Feeling of oneness with people, nature, energy, time. Not I am this body, but life is experienced itself through form. So the source field, non-personal awareness. Some teachers describe this as pure creative intelligence, infinite potential, the field before identity forms. Here I am. Here, even I am is seen as movement within awareness, not the final level. So it shifts from I am to awareness. Awareness is. So creativity. Like a person saying I'm creative and this, that, and the third. So I was watching something this weekend. It was basically Pharrell saying that creativity is in the universe. Creativity comes from the universe. And he was basically, and the point was basically being proven by the fact that when you think of something, other people think of it too. So if you don't do it, somebody else will do it. But it's like you say something and then somebody else says something. So the world is made up of, creative thoughts, thought processes, teachings and everything else. And it's like you being a receptor. If you can pick up the frequency, then you can pull out whatever, anything. You know what I mean? That's the thing. So tuning into the right frequency will give you access to infinite creation or creativity. But anyway, I am is a gateway state. So I am a person, identity. I am awareness of being. I am creative. I am aware of I am witnessing. I am everything or nothing. Unity and nothing. Unity. Only awareness and source state. So I am equals identity of existence. Beyond I am awareness of existence itself. So what the collective should know for today. There's a shift happening in how you respond in your own life. I'll be loving stuff like that, especially when it's like now stepping outside of and being able to see it. So, and how often does that happen? It's like when you start to build, they say it's like dimples or something on your brain, and you can feel your brain expanding, like something that you didn't know before, or like the growth of. And sometimes you be learning shit or knowing stuff that you didn't know that you knew, right? But I can feel, I done felt moments when I can feel my brain expanding, and it's the weirdest feeling, but you know um I'll be excited when it happens anyway, right? So not everything needs a reaction anymore. Not every thought deserves your energy. Not every situation requires you to explain yourself, fix it, or carry it longer than necessary. What's important right now is learning the difference between what is yours to engage with and what is simply passing through you. Right is right, wrong is wrong. No sugarcoating. Because a lot of what feels heavy isn't actually permanent. It's mental noise, emotional buildup, and overstimulation stacking on top of real life. Because remember, this is real life, and in real life, you can see, you're aware of certain things. It's like when I said, when cursive writing got taken out, that was intentional. They intentionally did that because they're trying to set the stage for something else. When TikTok got taken over by the adults, it was intentional because something was setting the stage. Now, it don't have to be that simple. It could be, something bigger or something smaller, but the fact that the matter is awareness brings you to seeing when certain things change. When the internet came about, but meanwhile, we didn't even realize how long that the internet had been available. It's been there forever, but for some reason, when it came about, when computers got put in each home, computers had already existed, but they were not in every home. It changed something. Phones, being put in everybody's hand, it changed something. It's the part of the Akashic records, because that's what it's reminding me of. Things that when it comes into existence, but also it's creating one of those slots that I said, when it starts to create slots in your brain. So you'll remember it from the 80s. Computers went into houses in the 80s, every house somewhere around the 80s or 90s, right? But meanwhile, computers had already existed. Like they're saying about the internet. We remember the internet when the computers came up, but this is the second internet. Or, we don't even know if it's the second. It could be more. When everybody thought that the internet was working off towers, and then you find out that it's wires in the ocean and things of that nature. So it's a lot of stuff that, again, when I said earlier, things coming to the surface, but mind you, this thing's coming to the surface. And some things get hidden instead of just being revealed and letting it be what it's be. Let it be what it be. Let it be what it be. Let it be what it is. All right. So anyway, take it how it resonates. So you don't have to fix your whole life today. You just need to stop leaking energy into things that don't even matter next week. Okay. That is. Some of the pressures you feel is not life. It's overthinking, trying to stay in control. And you have to be mindful because, again, I'm giving you all this because a girl spoke her whole entire life away. Maybe she didn't know. Or maybe she did and she was okay with it. So I'm not going to guess, what happened or why it happened, other than the fact that she spoke it into existence. But mind you, it's a lot of things being spoken into existence right now. I said, the girl that got threw off the top bungee jumping, and the two men threw her off, and nobody noticed that the rope was on the ground. It had to be intentional, and I thought it was intentional only because of this. Most of the time you see the people, they normally just jump off the side, right? I've never seen a person be thrown by two people, and mind you, the whole entire time, it's always the thing. If you're going to do unsafe things, you normally make sure safety first. But somehow in this predicament, a person put their arms out like they was ready to fly and then got thrown off a cliff or the edge. And then nobody said nothing, no screaming, no nothing took place. Seemed like it had to be intentional. But then later on you come to find out the person says, who allowed me to jump off a bridge? That's what she said before it happened. But you got threw off a bridge. Anyway, long story short, be mindful of what you say, because your clarity doesn't come from doing more. It comes from removing what's unnecessary. And when you stop giving everything equal weight, you finally start hearing yourself again. So today, restoration. Pause before reacting emotionally. Ask, is this worth my peace? Does do one thing fully and do one thing fully instead of 5 things halfway. Let small annoyances stay small in the background. Choose peace even if your mind wants drama, because, you know, some days it could be, you know, you want it, let's get it. But also, it's knowing when. Because just because they don't think that it should be said, it still should be said. So I protect my energy by choosing what deserves my attention, and I release what doesn't. Point blank, period. Anyway, that's the message. Hopefully it helped. Thank you guys for being here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And go with God. Always go with God. So that's what I got for y'all. Anyway, super chat, super sticker, super stars, if you wish to donate towards my channel, are definitely important. Like, comment, share, subscribe. That's the biggest way you can help me. The link to my GoFundMe is in my bio, along with my Cash App. So if you feel like giving to my channel, it would be greatly appreciated. I love y'all. Have the day that y'all deserve. And yeah. Majestic Grace, I love you and thank you for being here. Mike, love you, thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all so much, and everybody that's in the chat that's been contributing, talking, and all of that. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Whatever that energy is, y'all, I'm telling you, quiet before the storm. I keep feeling like it's gonna be fucking alarms and shit going the fuck off. This shit is crazy, because whatever this quiet is weird. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get in my car and I'm gonna go to Publix, and I'm gonna go get me something good to eat. They got these little trays that I seen when I was in there the other day, and it has salmon and potatoes, or salmon and broccoli, or salmon and whatever other vegetable you want. But I'm gonna go get me one of them, and I'm gonna pop it in the oven, and then I'm going to watch some TV. I feel like today is a good, I need to watch some TV today, but whatever it is that's in my spirit, it's gonna be rest and relaxation. I'm gonna drink me some water. And I'm going to watch whatever this is unfold, because something is happening. I'm going to go blow my nose for right now because my nose is stuffy. I love y'all, and have the day y'all deserve.